Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Soul Ties Talking. This week, we talking about health and wellness, taking care of you. This week, we got my beautiful wife back in the studio, Miss Shani Carter.
Hey, y'all.
We got Nina Ross, the boss, back.
I'm back.
And we have a special guest, Kyra, with us tonight. She's going to share some information about, her kidney journey that she went through. And we're going to let her, start the show off tonight. How you doing, Kyra?
Hello, everyone.
Hey. Did you get it figured out?
I'm trying to share it.
Let me see. I'll do it for you.
I haven't enjoyed it.
Oh, no, it's fine. Oh, it's on there. Oh, it don't say share. I don't see the share button.
Y'all have
Oh, y'all can go ahead. I could. I'm just so weird.
Go ahead, Kyra. Chime in.
Okay, well, I want to start off by saying my name is Kyra. I'm 34 years old. I'm 34 years old, and my journey with CKD, I want to say it has finally ended, but I'm on the end of it ending, I guess you can say. Mm-hmm. I started when I was 27. I had my first child, and then after I had my first child, because I had diabetes, my kidneys shut down. 6 months, he was 6 months years old. My body had a choice on if it wanted to keep pumping for 2 children or if it wanted to go back to working for 1 person. So it picked its choice to keep going for 2 people, which was me and my baby. My child was born early, and because of that, my kidney shut down. I started dialysis. My kidney shut down in March. Started dialysis in May of 2016, and the journey was not easy. Being on dialysis, and I lost my faith. Mm-hmm. I gave up on a lot of stuff. Depressed, dark mode. I gave up, and after that, I just kind of got tired of being tired, and I took over. I got a transplant. To the person I got my kidney from was a kidney and pancreas from a deceased guy. He passed away. Rest in peace. And then I've been living. I started back working. I did a lot. Worked for National Kidney Foundation. I went to Washington to get a bill passed. I've been on the news, CBS, Paramount Pictures, Fox 2 News, just to get the word out about CKD and the awareness of how dangerous it is.
Yes.
And to catch it early, so you don't be in a situation that I was in.
So your pregnancy, you had, what do you call that? Pregnancy diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
And it
gestational diabetes.
Gestational.
Oh, wow.
Remember I was telling you about my sister?
Yeah. Because I know, this is my son's cousin. Actually, my kid's father, this is his family, and they have diabetes running their family. Like, it's a lot of them that have diabetes, and I go get my son checked out a lot for it. And is diabetes one of the causes of kidney? Oh, okay.
Diabetes and high blood pressure.
Yeah, my mom actually had high blood pressure, and that caused her kidney failure when she was in her 30s too.
Yeah, they say those are the 2 of the main causes of CKD, and every 1 out of 3 African American male and female has CKD, either if they know it or if they don't know it.
Wow.
When you're in your first few stages, you don't show any symptoms. You don't really show symptoms until you're about maybe in your 3rd, 4th, and 5th stage. 5th stage is end-stage renal disease. That's when you really can't do anything but go on, dialysis. Yeah.
Wow. So how can you prevent that? Because I'm pretty sure if my mom knew that was happening, she would have got help earlier. How can you prevent? How do you know, like, if your kidneys are failing? Like,
well, there are signs and symptoms. The symptoms I had was my skin, like, it would be dry. My eyes were black underneath. Wasn't my skin complexion. A lot of people would say I was gray.
Okay.
I guess you could say. I was losing my color. My hair was falling out. I was swelling up real bad, sleepy. I remember one day I was driving home I didn't know I had, CKD, and I fell asleep at the wheel driving.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's you will know when you have it. The taste in your mouth, you get like a very like metally metallic taste in your mouth.
Right. So that's before you got diagnosed, right?
Yeah, I didn't know I had it. I just thought maybe I had like a bug or something.
Oh my goodness.
And what does that stand for?
CKD, chronic kidney disease.
Chronic kidney disease.
Okay, you said what your symptoms were, and we discussed how can you prevent it. Oh, how can you prevent it? Like, is there any tests at the hospital, like at the doctor, that you could ask for?
The way that I found out was I just went in. A lot of doctors, they don't really. Well, now they're trying to get more awareness out there about the CKD and how do you know you have it and different ways to catch it and prevent it. So that was the bill that I went to Washington for, to help to get that bill passed, to get more awareness out about CKD.
Okay.
And to get the medications lower for CKD patients, because after a year, we basically said forget us.
Yeah, my mom said her prescriptions are really expensive.
Yes, but they extended it. So it's extended. That bill started in last year, 2022, January 2022. It started where Medicare, they're going to extend it out so that we can afford the medications for, anti-rejection pills a lot longer than just 1 year.
So the anti-rejection pills that she's talking about is after you get your kidney transplant, you have to take a lot of medications to make sure that your kidney don't reject.
Right. That's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
Okay, so with my mom journey, she I don't know if I'm all telling her business. She had to get a kidney transplant twice. So the first time, my auntie, oh God bless my auntie gave her one. And now my auntie have one kidney. My auntie have one kidney now, so I'm pretty sure she's taking good, like making sure what medications could cause kidney failure too. Like I heard like Tylenol, any type of aspirins and stuff that's hard on your kidneys. So my auntie makes sure she
well, not I don't think
take too much.
Tylenol. I think it's more so like Aleve.
Oh, okay. Excedrin and all that stuff.
And,
What's in it though that's hard on your kidneys?
I really don't
Oh,
know.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
I think it's called that NSCA. What is that? NSAID?
I know naproxen is not good, like Aleve and all that stuff. You gotta be careful. Advil.
Yeah,
you gotta be
because
careful
I
of
heard
that.
that's ibuprofen.
Yep.
And it take over a period of time after
Yep.
you just keep taking it over and over so long.
Right. For your kidneys to
It start.
It doesn't really
them.
filter through the kidney.
yeah.
Okay.
So my mama actually had to go through this procedure twice, and the first time I think it kind of I think she had it for like 10, 12 years, and I think
That's good.
it expired because they said they seen a spot or whatever. Any foreign organ in your body. I guess. I didn't know that. I thought you just keep it forever. I didn't know that you would have to go get it, another time. And then she had just recently, like 3 or 4 years ago, another transplant.
Yep.
So you had to go through this twice too. So what caused you to have to go through it twice?
Unfortunately, I caught COVID.
And that caused you to have to go through it again? Wow.
The
What happened?
doctors. I was at work. I think I either caught it at work because I did work in the hospital setting,
Oh, okay.
or I caught it at. I was at the store one day and a young lady, she was just coughing, just
Oh, my
profusely,
goodness.
no mask on, and me not knowing any knowledge about COVID. I just was like, I got a mask on, I'm not gonna catch it.
Right.
And it's like, as soon as I got home, I'm like, I don't feel good. So it was an instant set on that. The symptoms started, and it started affecting me. Then I went to the hospital, and they told me, like, we got a choice. You can either pick your pancreas to get saved or your kidney to get saved.
Oh,
so I'm
my
like,
goodness.
save my pancreas because I don't want to take no insulin.
Right.
But I didn't know dialysis was going to be that hard.
Yes, my mom said that, like, that's the hardest thing that you could go through is dialysis. And you have to go a few times a week, like 2 or 3
Yep.
times a week.
Mine was 3 times a week, 3.5 hours a day.
And that was hard for you?
Yes.
And you say how many hours?
3.5 a day. But there's more than one way though. Like, you don't have to stay in the center. Like, after they see me, doing good, taking care of myself, because I said I'm not about to do this
Yeah.
for the rest of my life. They sent me home to do peritoneal dialysis, and I was able to hook up to a machine and just
My
do
mom
it,
did that too.
cycle through the night.
Overnight.
Yep.
She said that was a lot easier than going in too. But it still was stressful for her. But my mom's not really vocal about her feelings. So I didn't know how hard it was for her. Because
Right.
she just keep going. Like she don't sit and cry about nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of think, oh, she all right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But she kind of do her battles on her own. Like ain't no telling what in the room by herself what she
Yeah.
was feeling. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
she made it through. She got her second transplant. She living her life, honey. She can't sit down. She traveling. She out of
Right.
town. She following us. Where y'all going? I'm coming too. But yeah, we talked about the medications. What else? Y'all got some questions for her?
I just was listening when she said that the diabetes and the high blood pressure, that was what causes of the kidney shutting down, and a lot of that has to do with our eating habits and the foods and stuff that we
Oh,
eat,
definitely.
you know what I'm
Watch your
saying?
diet.
She
You gotta
scared
watch
me
your
when she said the
food.
pregnancies, though.
Yeah, you gotta watch your stuff, because a lot of stuff we eat, we not realizing what
Yeah.
we putting inside our body.
So I told y'all about my uncle a couple weeks ago, right?
I don't think so.
Go ahead, elaborate.
So week before last, my uncle committed suicide.
No, you ain't
Oh
talking.
my
yeah, you
goodness,
didn't
you
tell
didn't
us
tell us
that.
that.
Yeah, it was Tuesday, right after the show, because he stayed right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? And left out of here. One of the other show, the Face the Music show, was here. Police was all out the block. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And yeah, he had diabetes, and they had cut off a couple of his fingers, a couple of his toes, and he was going to dialysis and therapy every other day,
wow.
and they was about to take his leg off. You know what I'm saying? And he was in the house throwing up blood, and his people called the ambulance, like, yeah, he in here throwing up, and he said, man, I'm about to take myself out, man. He put the gun to his head, and they was like, oh, he about to kill himself, he got the gun. So that's why all the police is out here, and he ended up taking himself out, man. His funeral was just the day before yesterday, man.
Man,
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Wow.
Yeah, one thing I can say about having diabetes and CKD is you gotta have you a strong support system. Because I say with all my family and friends, and even my social family, like I had so much support. Like so many people was calling my phone and texting me and just sending me encouraging words
Yes.
and praying for me.
Right.
Like I don't think I would
I
have
was
made
one
it.
of them.
Thank you.
It sounds like it'll put you in a dark place. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Because
yeah,
you're not
it
thinking
will.
there's no way out. You know, you're like, okay, I'm on it. I'm doing what they said I'm doing.
Man,
but
that
how
shit
long
just-
is this gonna really help me?
Because you
No
don't
light,
know.
You don't see the light at the end
You
of that
don't. You
tunnel.
don't. You know.
Because
You
it's
don't.
hard.
You don't.
Because that's a long tunnel.
And then you get the phone calls like the process to get on a transplant list. I'm not gonna lie, it's a long process, but you gotta stay on it. Like you gotta stay on. You gotta keep taking care of yourself. You gotta do the doctor's appointments. You gotta do the labs. You gotta do on. You gotta do what you gotta do to get on that transplant list.
And you can't have any nicotine in your system,
No.
or they'll take you off the list. I
You gotta
think
watch your
drugs.
diet.
If they don't see you doing the work, they'll take you off.
Right, because it'll be a way.
They'll be like, you can't smoke cigarettes and
And
want
do
to
this, yeah.
And
girl
want to get a
bye
transplant.
and
Yeah.
scratch you right off the list.
Yeah, my uncle was a motherfucker, man. He was still
Right. Doing his
smoking
thing.
and
Right.
drinking.
Yeah,
and
you
shit.
gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta,
Even
you gotta
when
let that go.
Yeah, man.
So what is the list like? Far as don't do this, don't do that. What do they want you to do?
When you're on
transplant list.
dialysis, when you're on dialysis, you can't eat dairy. You can't eat or drink any dairy. You gotta watch your sodium. You gotta watch how much you drink. You gotta watch what you eat. Me, because I was diabetic, I was calorie counting my calories.
Okay.
I gave up a couple of times, but because of my family, they would give me ideas. How about you write down what you eat and count your calories? So I started doing that,
Yeah.
making it a routine. Listening to the people around me, what they got to tell me, and I would just take into consideration and
You
do what
did
I gotta
it.
do.
And you was on the list twice.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
was on the list
blessing.
twice.
But
It's
that's-
people still
but
on
see,
the list
she listened
waiting.
too,
Yeah,
just
you
like
gotta listen.
some people don't listen.
That pride.
Yeah, pride. They feel like
pride.
you know
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
do this or I can beat it. I can be the one that can still do this and then work out with me. It don't be like that. You have to listen to what they telling you and follow those directions.
So, you can't take vitamins, right?
I can take vitamins, but I have to get them approved by the doctor because
Okay.
you got one anti-rejection pill that's stopping your kidney from fighting your body. You got another anti-rejection pill that's stopping your body from fighting the kidney.
Okay.
So you putting a vitamin in your body to increase your immune system. What is it going to increase? Is it going to increase the immune of your kidney, or is it going to increase the immune of your body? Somebody gonna fight somebody.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so you got to be careful with what you take.
So you have to, in order for the transplant to not reject, well, the organs not reject, you have to have your immune system low.
Yeah, compromised immune system.
So it's easier for y'all to get sick. And okay, that makes a lot of
So
sense.
that's how you caught the COVID.
Yep. That's how I caught COVID
Oh,
twice.
Yes.
Caught it twice.
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy.
So what vitamins can you take?
I'm not going to recommend any vitamins
Right.
because
My mom said the same thing.
I would, always ask your doctors, make
That
sure it's
information
okay.
From a medical professional.
Right.
Yep,
It's
yep,
approved.
yep.
Right.
But like my doctor, she approved biotin, vitamin D,
Okay.
and small, like the one-a-day vitamins,
Oh, yeah.
the multivitamins.
The one
yeah.
day.
That's probably the only
That's
ones
it.
she recommend. If I
Right.
have any other vitamins, I always ask her. Any type of new medications I'm taking, I always ask her. Trying to think what else am I taking. I think that's it.
Okay.
Vitamin D, biotin. I take the biotin because the pills, they do make your hair fall out.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
gotta work it back in. Okay.
Yeah, my mom pretty much went natural. She like, I'm not pressing my hair no more or nothing. She thinks she all that. Her hair is just flowing.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, she
she'll
went
be
natural.
proud. She went through a lot. You know?
She did. Oh, my mom went through so much. So I'm glad it's different hearing it come from a younger person because we're more vocal with ourselves. So you could be able to help versus older women. Like, I'm not talking to nobody about nothing.
Yep,
you
older
know what
people.
I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
over that. But it's great that you want to bring awareness to stuff like this because it's probably people our age that's actually going through this now and don't have any help.
And
So
they
that's
need
real
that
good.
support system, like she said. They
Yeah.
don't have that support system to get through it.
When you ready to just give up, you like, I'm so tired of this. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth to the doctor every other day, doing dialysis. You
Yeah.
just want to give up. You like, and they pushing you like, you almost done.
A lot of people
What you
did
doing?
give up. A lot
Yeah.
of people did that did make it. They gave up.
That's my
Right.
uncle. That's exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, every other day, you know what I mean, there was either dialysis or therapy, therapy. And, it is, him not even being really mobile, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
at that point, just
Yeah.
kind of weak and sick all the time.
Yeah.
And then the fact that, like I said, they was about to, cut his leg off.
Yeah.
They already cut off 2 of his fingers and, a couple of his toes. And, yeah, he was tired, man.
Yeah.
So what was the doctor saying as far as the leg was going? It was something going on with the circulation, or
I mean, yeah, whatever there was the cause. I mean, I wasn't going to doctor's visits with him. You know what I'm saying? So, but, yeah, he whatever the reason was, But like I said, he was, for the same reason why they was cutting his toes off.
Yeah.
They had to cut your toes off. So
That's why we
Yeah,
gotta
when
take
your
care of our
diabetes
bodies.
get bad, they have to take
I
something.
know
Yeah.
it's like you be hearing that from different people and their family members. That's why you looking like, wow, what else was going on that, like you said, what could have prevented it?
A lot of people just don't do the work. Like Kyra said, she do the work. A lot of people just be like, I'm still gonna
and she
eat what
listen.
I want to eat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
take my medicine today. Like you really
Yes.
have to
to
take
listen.
care of yourself and listen to your doctors. Change your diet.
Oh,
I can tell you one thing. My mom never changed her diet. Now she lucky, but she
Yeah.
wasn't playing about her diet. It was times I'm like, you not about to eat this. Don't tell me what to eat. So she one of the lucky ones because she didn't change her diet. She wasn't playing no games with that bacon and that pork and all that stuff. She still
you
to this
had that
day.
pork.
But God was like, I'm gonna let you slide. Just go ahead.
Hey, it's hard
Right,
to
go.
it's hard to keep up that. It's hard to get rid of that bacon.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even lie.
My mama just
Yeah, we be
she
talking
was
about that bacon
listening.
at work. Like, you gotta have it on your salad.
Man, if
You
it's
need a
life or
little
death,
bit.
it ain't hard, man.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
life to me, like that's one vice of mine, like bacon. Like that's one thing, cause I don't care for nothing else on the
addictive.
Gotta have
page.
me some bacon.
Yeah, nothing else.
That
but
bacon,
bacon.
man.
God.
But if it came to life or death, dog,
Yeah.
like I can leave that shit alone.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
go without that.
I don't know. I might go see the King for some bacon.
No, I ain't going to see no
just
kid.
saying.
You better
I'm
be
not
quiet.
just
You
saying,
sound
somebody
crazy.
better be
He like, no, you ain't.
I might visit the King.
Don't have me asking
You
Ain't no
he said she
visit.
better be something
Man,
like-
fuck, ain't no
Right, I be
visit,
threatening the people at the register like she got bacon. You better not sell it to me.
Oh, we.
That's why we
all the time.
we gotta go to the doctor, y'all, especially these men, because a
Oh,
lot
yes.
of colon cancer been a big thing
Yeah.
with men these days. Nobody's
'cause
getting
they don't
and
want-
prostate.
A lot of men don't want to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? And they don't go regularly. And then even when you find something wrong with you, you know, well, it's gonna go away, or you know, you wait till the elders
late.
go, but it could
Too
be
late.
getting worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like she said, you can catch stuff early on in your blood work. You know, every
Yes.
year when you get a checkup, they do a full blood panel or whatever,
Yeah.
and they
Run a
tell you what
line.
each means. So if your white blood cells too high, they're gonna be like, we might have to look into something else. If your red blood cells too low, then it's gonna, you know, they could tell in your blood if something's not right.
Right.
So if you don't go get, you know,
gotta
blood
go.
work
Yeah.
done, how
gotta-
do you know? By the time you go, they like, oh, you're stage 7.
Like my like my
And
cousin
something.
Dion, you know, he by the time he got diagnosed, he had prostate cancer. It was already stage 4. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So you know, and matter of fact, his anniversary is like April 5th last year. You know, so you got to go get checked out. You know, even with getting guys, I supposed to go get a colonoscopy. I don't know if I don't know
Just
if I
get it
want to
over
go
with.
get it. You know what I'm
Auntie
saying?
said prostate and colon cancer for men be in the late stages before they even when they find out.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
you
when
know
they
what I'm
start
saying?
that's
getting the
how most-
symptoms.
Yeah, most men
And they
can't
like
fight it
something
off.
not right.
Yeah, because that's what make them go get checked out, the symptoms. But like she said, by that time it's too late. But
Right.
if he was going regularly, they could have
Constant-
possibly
I think
found
it.
it.
Constantly urination, pain when you urine. So those are some of the symptoms that men come down with, and it's like you don't see the difference. Like it shouldn't be hurting when you just go to the bathroom.
Yeah, or blood.
But
Should
before
be in
that,
your
I'm
urine.
saying before it get to all that, you know what I'm saying? If you going regularly to the doctor, then before it
Your
get
blood
to
work
that,
will tell you.
Yeah.
it'll tell
Yeah.
them what they need to do to
Oh,
try
yeah.
to get you together before
Get
it
it
get
done
to that
and
point.
get it over with early.
Yeah.
Before
Everybody should do yearly
it's at the end and you can't do nothing about it. I always say that just get it done and get it over with early, because you're gonna suffer when you catch it. And it's not gonna
Yeah.
be nothing pretty.
Right.
Right.
But a year, those yearly checkups, a lot can happen in a year. That's all you need. And by the time if something then progress before the next year, they gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to go to the doctor and get a
Catch it
checkup every
early.
year. Women should go get. They changed the Pap smears, so it was every year. So now they did it for it's like every 3 years now.
Well, not me.
Yeah,
Right,
you
yeah.
probably gotta get
of
them more
mine.
often. Yeah, but they changed it to every 3 years. So if you want it sooner, you can probably go like to a clinic or something and tell them you want
special-
one.
Right. Tell your doctor.
Yeah.
Like,
The doctor won't. They'll say 3 years. So you'll have to just
Oh,
go
they got-
check yourself in and just be like, I think I want a pap
extra
smear or
pap.
something.
Let me get an extra
And I
pap.
found out about, because I used to work for a billing department for one of the major hospitals. Like, I think it's children under the age of 16 cannot get pap smears.
Really?
Yep.
I don't
Women?
have girls. I
Yeah,
don't know.
girls under the age of 16, they can't get pap smears. You got to be over, I think you got to be over 16.
Is it something about the hymen?
I have no idea, because the crazy thing is I had a patient call in and say, she was calling to, schedule a pap smear for her daughter. Her daughter was like 13. And the doctor told her no, so she was calling in to make a complaint. And we had to, tell her, like, it's
Okay.
against the law, we can't really do anything. I
Right,
think it's because of
right.
the age.
I wonder. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I think I probably was about 17, 18 when I had my first pap
You got to
smear.
be careful with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so women need to go get their breast checked. When do they start doing the
Mammogram.
The mammogram.
Yeah, that's what they call.
I think it started
What
at
age?
40.
I never got one.
Oh, you too
You're
young.
not 40 yet.
No,
What age?
You can when you go to the doctor and get your Pap smear. You can
Auntie
ask
Didi
her.
said 45. She said
Oh,
45.
so you have to be 45 to get.
I mean, you can.
You can
probably
you can do
breast,
a self breast exam.
Yeah, I get
but yeah,
I get
that's
that
what they
one, but I
do.
never actually got the machine to just
Clamp your boob.
yeah.
Nah,
Boob
she's like,
clamper.
I heard it hurt.
yeah, I done,
Manhandle,
like
You put it in the
women don't be
machine, they
liking that.
smashing it like a waffle
Yeah.
waffle maker.
Like one of the Play-Doh makers that
You got
smash
the George Foreman breast.
Yeah, it's like the new one is that 3D, and it just go all different kind of ways. You like, whoa,
Yes.
I am in here, lady.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that don't sound comfortable.
Yeah, the same with when you go get your blood work every year, they give you the HIV,
Yep.
they give you the STD checks
You
and
should
everything
want
like
that.
You have to sign for it.
Yep.
So
You
my
do.
doctor every year I have to sign off for the HIV
Yeah,
and
you
all that
should-
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't ask for it,
They don't test
They
you.
they
don't
don't
give
give
it.
it to you. So a
Yeah.
lot of people not knowing they have HIV because
Oh,
they
not.
thinking, well, my doctor didn't never ask me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They can't tell in regular blood work. It's certain T cells that they look for when
Mm-hmm.
you get tested for HIV. So it's
So
a lot
y'all
of
better
people.
be asking for that.
Yes.
Yeah, you
And
have
I-
to ask for
Right,
HIV
we was just
test.
talking about that at work the other day, and I said, you know what? I said they should make that legal because the CDC is in control of making sure people are safe. So as soon as you come down with HIV or AIDS, you going straight on that registry. So you shouldn't be waiting for them to give you no results. I think you should just people should just get
should
tested.
be automatic.
Anytime that you going, like they do it
So
in
if you
emergency.
get admitted into the hospital, you think they're not going to do that?
Yeah, I think they should do it automatically. Like,
Yeah, I
think
do
you
too.
should be tested for that because that's like a high killer. You know what I'm saying? That's not no.
Mm-hmm.
They charging
Let
you
them
with
know
felony
they
if
can
you
deal with
even
your
try
blood
to
and
date
make
somebody
your
that
blood
has
Yeah.
AIDS or HIV.
Because
So
it
I'm
was a
looking like, why would
lady.
you wait?
You
It
gotta
was
let
a
them
lady.
know.
She was in the industry, the music industry, and she found out she had full blown AIDS.
Oh, you
she
talking about
was
that
dang near
Instagram
about to
model,
die.
Jenna?
Yeah,
I think
her name
Gina?
was Jenna Toole. Jenna Toole, I think, and she was dang near on her deathbed, like, and she said she never knew that she had HIV or AIDS until it was too late. So
was
that
like-
mean all these years she never been tested. Because
was
it take
70
10 years to progress.
And was
to get
75 pounds. When they took her to the
to-
emergency, the doctor, they couldn't do. They had to just
I
really
think I
start
remember
giving
that time. I
her.
think I
Yeah.
remember what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yep, she
She
was
was in a
so skinny
wheelchair.
she couldn't
Yeah.
even stand
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So that means she's never been tested for it to progress
And think
to
about all
AIDS.
them people she was
That's
having
wrong.
sex with.
That's why I was looking like, huh?
Like them 10 years she ain't know she had it and she having sex with people. Just think about all those.
That
people.
is true. And then you never got. That's just
What makes
never
you,
got
what makes you
tested.
not want to get tested though? Like,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
your
But
ego
some
that
people-
big where you just be like, you
No,
think you
some
wanna
people
get
that
Some people
stupid
just scared, I
and scared,
think.
and I don't want to know if
That's
I
what
got
she
it.
said.
Just let me.
She was like,
rock
I was
on
young
out.
and dumb back then, you know. She's like, I was living in New York. I was homeless at a point. She's like, I was raped also. She's like, so I'm trying to pinpoint.
You should really go
pinpoint,
get tested.
You
if
know,
get
when
sexually
it took
abused.
place. Because she couldn't really pinpoint who the partners was. And then that's when she threw the rape part in there and was like, you know, I also was raped. You know, back then I was living on the street. I was homeless. So she basically was just throwing out any kind of open door that could have got her the HIV because you still never checked yourself. And she's like,
Right.
I was just young, I was dumb, I never really got myself checked out. And I'm looking like, man, if everybody was running around thinking like that,
Right. I feel like that's something you should
Baby.
get yearly, whether you're married, in a relationship, single. We
You
get
got to.
blood work done every year.
Like,
It's
why
just
not?
part of our physical. Yeah, so
Cause like you said, you might not know for 10 years it kick in. You know, I don't know how.
I don't think it works. Does it work like that?
I just kick it on in.
like, knock,
Like, nah.
HIV here.
No,
Right,
I'm saying,
right.
but we just get checked for everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Full panel to do everything.
Because you don't want to wait. You don't want to go in there and it's too late.
too
and then, like,
late.
you have stage 4 or something. You like, what?
See,
How?
because HIV, people now are living with HIV going on almost 20 years now. When it first came out, I think they almost on the 30th anniversary of HIV when they first discovered. So all these years that it come out, they didn't come up with all these different new concepts, different medicines.
Magic went crazy.
Yeah, so all these people that's surviving with the HIV. Now, once the AIDS kick in and you didn't have any medicine, that's when you start
Right.
like with Eazy-E. Back then, when it first came out, they was not aware of what he had, and guess what? He was gone just like that,
Quick.
quick.
Yeah,
He was
but
already full blown.
out of there.
Right. So I was reading something earlier. Have y'all ever heard of Dr. Sebi?
Oh yeah,
Do y'all read his books and watch his videos and stuff? So he's a natural herbalist. And basically he says that all diseases are caused by mucus.
Yep.
And the
It's caused by mucus.
comes from dairy.
And he said, whatever the mucus, whatever's been compromised by the mucus, that's what disease you will have. So if your lungs were compromised, you have pneumonia. If your pancreas is compromised, you have diabetes. He said if your brain was compromised, you have schizophrenia or some type of mental illness and stuff. How do y'all feel about that? Yeah.
That's what Danny said.
So what
I
are
heard
some
that too.
things? What are some things that can control the mucus in your body?
I heard
I don't know.
Ease up off that dairy for
what
sure.
did they say? Sea moss.
Sea moss.
I heard the sea moss brings up the mucus.
Really?
So that's a helper.
I
They
did.
pull it out of the
I did hear
system.
about sea moss, but I had bought some and I ate a little bit of it, but I really wasn't sure about the benefits of it. I just was like, it looks healthy. I'm gonna eat some. It don't taste too good. It don't taste too good, but I'm gonna have to add sea moss to my list of vitamins that I take.
People don't understand how much your diet is important, because like I was taking high blood pressure pills for a minute.
Yeah.
And then they was telling me like, you borderline diabetes and stuff like that. So it took me, when they told me that, and my grandma had diabetes and all that type of stuff. So I was like, I didn't watch her, give herself shots in her stomach and all that type. So it was like I had to, certain stuff I just had to stop doing. You know what I'm saying? She remember I used to be slugging down Mountain Dews, and it was like a lot of stuff I had to let go.
Ooh.
And
He used to go hard on the
and
Mountain
then the
Dews.
doctor, I went to the
Extra
doctor,
sugar.
and she told me like, okay, we can take you back off them pills. You know what I'm saying? So and once I seen that my diet, it just took me to change habits of the way I ate. You know what I'm saying? To make me, get off the borderline list. To now I don't have to take these pills. And we try to tell the kids that, because like some of our kids, eat a lot of bread, starches.
Caden.
Yeah,
Kaden love bread.
And,
He scared me.
And because it runs in his family, I try to talk to him and like, Kaden,
slow down, that candy.
and even
Right.
just to get them sometimes to just try certain vegetables. I know you don't like it. It might not taste
Exactly.
good, but just eat like 2 forkfuls or 3 fork. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Drink it with
anything
some water or
that's
something.
helpful. Yeah.
Just to get that, some in your body to help fight that other stuff. Because
Exactly.
all they want to eat, like Kaden loves, bread. Like he can eat a whole
Just like his dad.
a Hawaiian, like the Hawaiian rolls. He just eat them like
I know, that
a
doesn't
pan
sound
of
good.
cornbread.
Kyra, he hate vegetables.
No.
You like what?
That come from your side of the
And
family.
he say,
I like
he
it.
say, when I'm at my dad's house, I eat cheeseburgers, tacos, and what else?
Coca-Cola.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So I try to tell, I be like, Kaden, you have to take responsibility for what you eating, because you're gonna be the person that reap the, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
the damage from all that stuff you eating. When you going through giving yourself insulin shots and doing it, it's gonna be you. So you have to start thinking, even if people around you not eating that, just maybe that one time, like, no, I ain't gonna have a burger today. Let's get some salads. You know what I'm saying? You got to start thinking like that, because, like I said, changing my diet, it made me healthier. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what was you eating and drinking that you think was the cause of that originally?
Girl.
The diabetes.
I changed his life.
It was like Mountain Dew. That was my drink. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know that Mountain Dew.
And I was drinking it, and I'm talking about like we about in
Cases.
cases, and I just be like
24
busting them boys
case
in the middle of the
in a
night.
week.
She hit me like, you know what I'm saying?
No, look,
So-
at work you be a victim of the Mountain Dew.
40s.
Yeah,
40 pack.
But at first I started drinking them because I used to be on the road and they had the caffeine to
Yeah,
keep me
yeah,
up.
yeah,
So,
boost.
but then it was like, oh, these good, and
Gonna
it was
start
like
crashing,
honey
gonna start
buns,
crashing.
because I really don't like a lot of sweets, but when it's time to eat sweets, then I eat a lot of it.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? But bread,
She
starch.
said when it's time to eat
When it's
sweets.
Yeah,
He
you know, because I don't
devour.
eat it. It's not.
You know,
it's
like
not
8
like
o'clock.
When is
yeah.
the time?
Shut up.
When is the time?
I know what you getting at. I don't want to talk to him. I'm turning it back this way. Yeah, but a lot of starch, because I like a lot of starch and pastas and all that
Ooh,
stuff
yes.
break down. You know what I'm saying? And
That turns into
Yeah.
sugar.
yeah, turn into sugar. So you have to balance your diet. That's why they tell you eat a balanced meal. Try to balance out throughout the day. If you eat a lot of pastas at this particular time or this day, then the next day, I ain't gonna eat no pasta. I'm gonna have
switch it up.
a salad or something or this or that. You got to be conscious of what you
Right.
putting in your body.
I can't get into the working out thing.
Every time we start, I end up still being by myself.
And,
Cut it out.
me and then
Every
did it for like
time.
a few months, and then I was just over it. And I like I like stuff like yoga. I just can't discipline myself to just get up every day and like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna,
Yeah,
and that's
It's just a habit you're gonna have to build. That's all. You
Yeah,
know?
20 days. They said it's 21 days of consistency for you
make
to
it happen,
really
yeah.
jump in straight in there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to at least
Okay.
work out 21 days for you to love it. Like, you know what? I need this. You know, and that's why when we was going right after work, because
Yeah.
once you go home,
We
start
was.
playing around. I already know
Yeah.
what I do. Once I
we
get
was
home.
on it. We was
I'm
on
like-
it strong for a minute, and then we just was like, you know what?
Oh, by that time, you know what? You was getting ready to go out of town. So
Oh yeah. That's what
y'all
threw
was
us
getting ready
off.
for that Hawaii trip.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I notice like when you do start working out, even a little bit goes a long way. Even when you start working out just a little bit, it just make you not crave
Yep.
them little sweets.
Yeah.
Because I am a sugar. I love the sugar. I mean, we love the potato chips, but our bad eating habits really come from being at work all day. You at work
Yeah.
10, 11 hours a day. You
We
really
wanna
just
get
kind of
something
grab
quick.
Yeah.
anything.
Whatever, quick. Yeah.
Whoever got something,
Hop back
you
on
like,
the line.
and then we share a lot of our stuff too. So it's like, oh, you want a piece of this? You know? So we like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I'm like, you want some of this honey bun?
Yeah,
So
we
it-
going crazy all day.
We are definitely a victim of our work area, okay? Because everybody eats snacks, you know? And it's like, I've been really trying to get on a path.
We're
as far as-
victims of the food deserts that we live in.
Yes.
We
Fuck
addicted
the
to,
work
we addicted to
area.
this food.
If they
It's
if
the-
they get like some vending machines with some healthy stuff in it, I mean, I think
Yeah.
that would really help out. Like you go to the vending machine, you see honey buns, chips, ho-hos, donuts, cupcakes.
Yeah.
You gotta base it on
Put
like,
an apple in there or something.
Yeah.
what could I eat that's
Right.
It's the food that's killing
But
us,
see,
y'all.
Yeah.
and it's all around, surrounded around the money. You know what I'm saying? It's all, you know what I mean?
What sells?
It would be, and basically, it's not profitable for them to feed us healthy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the way down to the products not being something that, you know what I mean? Like we've already been conditioned to buy all of this fat shit. You put some apples out there, niggas gonna be mad. Like, what the fuck is this in the vending machine?
I
You
don't
know
even
what I'm saying?
trust the apples
And
and,
then, right,
stuff.
and then right, that's gonna be the
Right.
thing. That's gonna be the next thing. Like, what the fuck? An apple in the vending machine? You want me to buy that? So, and then think about it. That's the reason why fruits and vegetables is so damn high. You know what I'm saying?
I don't trust the farms. I seen them putting all that stuff
Pesticides.
on the
Yeah.
pesticides
That
on the.
shiny
I
stuff
seen a
to make them
video,
preserve-
Your mama tell me I love my fat.
but I seen them putting all this stuff on the vegetables and the farms, and it's like, you know,
Preservatives.
and Ray's sister, she grow her own food in the
Yeah,
backyard.
she got a garden.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
grow all her own vegetables.
Yep.
cabbage,
She was like, y'all better
the
clean.
greens.
She was like, y'all better start
Yeah, 'cause
gardening in y'all
we gonna plant
backyard.
one. This spring we gonna be right back there.
We're gonna start
Right.
gardening because it's so scary. Like, they doing all this stuff to the food. They doing all this stuff to the meats. They cloning animals.
Chickens and stuff.
Yep.
And then why the chicken wings so fat? Y'all not scared of fat chicken wings?
Like the ones like
If
this.
you're gonna play like
Listen, I went
Yeah.
to KFC and
Be like, look at
them
this
wings was so little. These
I
wings
trust
were so,
the little ones. 'cause
Look,
that's
I
what
didn't
they
think
look
that
like
was-
in real life.
It just didn't look normal. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
like the
Compared
Cornish
to,
hen boys.
I swear to God, when I
Yeah.
opened up the box, I was like, whoa, this
What is
came
it?
off.
You gotta squint to see the
This-
wing. Like,
Right.
Yeah, it was that little. I said, oh, this came off a Cornish hen.
Oh yeah, they gave me a corn.
Shit. Well, we got what, or you got the vice versa, right? I'm not gonna name the restaurant, but shit, you could get a damn pterodactyl wing.
At Buffalo Wild Wings.
No,
I already know what you're talking about.
not Buffalo Wild Wings.
Where the pterodactyl
It's a
wings?
black owned.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't
well, we
I
ain't
don't
gonna
want to
say
talk
it.
about it because you know what I'm saying. I'm
Okay,
not gonna.
yeah.
You know what I mean,
But
but
what is that?
She know
I
what
know
I'm
what
talking
you're
about.
talking
Wait a minute, it's
Big
over
ass,
here.
that
It's over
motherfucking
here.
big ass pterodactyl wing. Fucking prehistoric big ass dinosaur bird.
That's
wing.
not
Damn.
natural. That's not natural because what are y'all doing to those animals?
You picked that boy up. It was like,
Hey, your mama
I
said.
mean, that motherfucker weighed my arm, weighed the same thing my arm. That motherfucker lifted.
It's a human wing.
so I know we wasn't tripping. I
Right.
know we wasn't tripping. We see that wing.
What the
They
fuck?
did say it was some big wings.
That ain't no chicken. That was a fucking
That was a
pterodactyl.
baby leg.
Your mama said. Martha said, "Don't eat Chinese food."
Oh man, she come
Oh,
on.
that ain't
now.
nothing but
Her
fake.
friend, so my
Fake.
mom,
It's rats.
friends are Korean.
So I don't want to.
Yes.
Her friends are Korean, so if she tell her not to eat something, we not gonna eat it.
Who said that?
My mom friend is
Your mom-
Korean.
Yeah, she Korean. Martha said, don't eat Chinese
Don't eat
food.
Chinese
That'll
food.
a
So
problem.
if she say that, we not
Cause
eating
she
it.
said it like, don't eat Chinese food. Tell them don't eat Chinese food.
But
Chinese food alone has extremely high sodium. So
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah,
does.
when you look at how they making it, everything in there is salty, deep fried.
Okay, this is my thing. We already eat pigs. Some people.
Well, yeah, I
we
don't
already eat cows. Why wouldn't you eat a cat and dog though?
No, what's wrong with
No,
you?
no, 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 no.
Oh,
Let me
no,
tell you
no,
how
no.
it goes. Let me tell you how it
I
goes,
don't want
right?
none of that.
Those are pets.
Listen, I was about to say, I was just
Chicken
about to
could
say,
be a
right?
pet.
The ones that are pets over here, right? Those are the ones that they eat over there,
yeah.
right? Just like the ones that we eat, like
We
Those
eat-
are they
got
pets.
pets.
They at
Because
the
we went to
bottom.
Hawaii, they was all happy with the
Hey,
chickens.
chickens, you can't mess with them chickens. You go to jail. over
Yeah.
there. They just run
Sacred.
around
Yeah.
everywhere, just walk
Happy
around.
like
chicken.
squirrels and shit. You know what I'm
they
saying?
didn't
I
That's
didn't
it.
even know that morning. I'm like, babe, somebody got an alarm clock. Sound like a rooster. She was like, no, them
That is a
motherfuckers
rooster.
outside. I'm like, what the hell?
And then when
I went outside my phone like, look at
Nigga
this
said somebody got
shit.
He
alarm
told
clock.
me, he said, babe, turn the alarm off. I'm like, that's
I'm like,
a
it
real
sound
rooster.
because it was more than that. She was like,
like the whole
Damn.
I'm like, what the hell? Somebody getting up this time, motherfucker, with a rooster, and then it was rooster, real 100% roosters
So
out there.
why we only choose what animals we, eat, and then we all disgusted by the animals they eat?
I mean,
I think it's
'Cause
that's
I think
what we
I'll
used to
taste a
eat
piece
it.
of
It's
dog.
culture. It's all that's what
You would
we
taste a
culture.
piece of
This is
dog?
Our culture.
yeah, you a taste of it. She got a man.
I mean, do we want to
that's
get
brought-
into all of the in betweens, the exotic meats,
Nah,
the
I ain't
snakes and
tasting none of
alligator
that.
and turtle and shit? Like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
I think I had steak before. I had deer.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had that.
venison.
I
Oh
had
yeah, they call it
Yeah,
venison.
venison.
Yeah.
I had duck,
Deer.
veal, that's goat, right?
You had duck.
Yeah, I had duck.
Deer.
Hey, I got
lamb.
bamboozled at
They had no
a
deer.
wild game party. They had gave me some spaghetti and it had ground antelope in it. And then it tastes just like hamburger. Cause I call myself not eating. I call myself not eating nothing else.
No,
because they
no.
had squirrel there. It was all kind of
Yes.
stuff they had. And
I
was
eat
like,
a squirrel.
Spaghetti lope.
You gonna eat with
Yeah, but the ground antelope, it was okay.
Spaghetti lope.
So you wouldn't eat a mouse or
No
anything
mouse.
like that.
Because see, even with me, the way my mind works, I
It's the
picture
food,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't eat like just driving past a cow. I ain't gonna be wanting to eat a burger. Like, hell no.
You be like,
So you can't look at it. So you don't want to see your food.
You know, listen, that's how my mom is about she can't eat chicken with a bone. Because the fact that it's a bone in it is like it's
Yup, I heard of
Okay.
that too.
it's a living thing. She,
Well, yeah, I
give her a
so-
chicken nugget, she'll fuck it up. But
So what about the restaurants
but at
that
that
bring you?
bone, nah.
What about the restaurants that bring you out the food, the meat on the tray? Like,
Oh,
which
you
steak
feel me
do
a
you
big
want?
ass dead pig and shit on
Which
that.
one you
bitch.
Yeah, I
want?
can pick the steak
I like that.
but I'm just saying like like my grandma down south, when they used to have chickens running around, then they ring the neck, and then cook the chicken and then ask me, do I want chicken for dinner? And not that chicken. I just seen his ass out there. You know what I'm saying? So my mind won't let me eat that chicken because
That
I just
visual.
seen him jogging
Yes.
around here.
Yes.
George is
I
dead.
can leave and go to Crunchy Chicken and go get some of their chicken because I ain't seen
You don't
they
know
chicken.
those
I don't
chickens?
know them chickens like that.
You
So
need to gain a relationship with the chicken.
yeah, and it's just my
Yes.
mind. Like
A
and
pet.
then like far as chitlins, people tear them
Ooh,
up. I'm
no,
like,
no,
I
no,
can't
no,
eat
no.
that.
Oh, my mama, auntie, and them would tear some
Now,
chicken.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
back
I
in the
get that.
day, I think it was more privy to eat the chitlins in the early, 70s and 80s.
Nah,
But it's
I
like
don't
once
care.
people started getting better as far as health wise, a lot of that pork got cut out. So that definitely
A
was
lot
on
of
my
people cut
list.
pork out their
Yeah,
diet.
you know what I'm saying? Once you kind of like start getting away from your household, when you living with your grandma and your mama,
I'm laughing at
they
your
might be,
mama.
they might be
eating
cooking
some-
She's talking about
everything.
where.
So what?
She's talking about where's Tink like you ate them. So.
So after that, you look like once you start moving out and start kind of doing your own diet thing, you kind of cut the chitlins out.
Yeah.
A lot of hog maws.
Yeah, don't
Because
know.
we
all
were
that
taught,
stuff.
we were taught to eat unhealthy.
They gave that to the people, the remainder of the pig for the slaves and stuff like that.
Yeah, 'cause they didn't have no choice.
hog mouth. So to me, I felt like that was a punishment.
It,
You know what
it
I'm
was,
saying?
but guess
but
what?
they made the best
As black
out of
people,
it.
we
Yeah.
put them seasonings on
Okay.
there and made it do what it do.
But now I don't want to be punished no more. I don't want none of that. I don't put my seasonings on that. Y'all take
I don't
that.
want to be punished.
No, I'm through with punishment.
Yeah, they
I'm off
was-
punishment.
Take
They
that
was
bone
gave the
back.
pig feet. They would gave the
Yeah,
the bottom of the
the
barrel of
ears,
the pig.
everything. They ate everything.
What they didn't want.
And
They
like
didn't
grandma
have
made a
bacon.
beef tongue. You ever seen a beef tongue?
Oh, yeah.
It's a big ass tongue.
Man, with the little prickly thing.
The cow,
rolling.
and it was on the stove, and I'm like, grandma, this looks just like a tongue. She was like, boy, I'm gonna make you a sandwich. I'm like, no. And then she just like slicing the tongue. I'm like, nah. I'm thinking like a tongue. It's a tongue.
So what is liver?
A liver.
No, what?
Oh,
Who liver?
you can get. I mean,
baby
cow.
calf
It's
liver.
the calf.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
cow
a calf
liver.
liver.
They said that's the nutrition as far as your iron level. If you got low blood, they recommend
me.
that you take.
No, I don't want to eat that.
I said, give me the pill.
Liver? What do liver taste like? You had liver,
Liver.
before,
You
Kyrie?
like
Now we used to
liver
eat
is disgusting.
We used to eat
I'm not
liver
eating no
onions.
liver.
Right.
Back when we was
You ever
young.
had tripe?
No, I never
Now
had that.
my friend, he tried tripe. I said, bro, what's that? That's the lining of a cow's stomach. Yeah.
I heard
So
about that.
and it looked like webs, like this white webby. I was
like roll out.
so I'm like, what make you want to try that? And then
Auntie
Auntie,
said liver nasty.
Auntie said she ain't eat nothing with her face, and that's how I am either. I want to know.
So,
like,
so what about when you go to these 5-star restaurants and they bring the whole fish out with the eyeballs on them?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm out of there.
yeah,
They look
for
good
real.
though. What kind of fish is that? Anybody
It could
know?
be
I don't
anything.
care what kind of fish that is. Don't
It's
put
a
no
big fish. It got the eyes and the head on there, and it's supposed to be like expensive. Is it trout?
I'm
What
straight.
kind of fish is that? It's a snapper.
Yeah, red snapper.
I want that.
No.
Because my man said he bought like, I think he said bought 6 red snappers that day. He was like, man, it was $130 for
I
that.
want a red snapper.
I was like, yeah, I don't eat that. And then I don't want no whole
it
fish
might be
on my
good, Kyra.
Yeah, I don't like
with
the
some
red.
hot sauce.
That's another thing with that whole fish thing. Like,
And then they eat the
Yeah.
if
fish
it's
eyes,
already
too.
cut up and fried,
I don't
okay,
think you're
we can
supposed to
eat
eat
it.
the eyes. It probably tastes
But-
scaly. You probably like.
Don't they eat the fish eyes?
Yeah, that don't nobody want to eat that.
You gonna be
Y'all
spitting
eat
out
the
like
fish
your-
eyes too?
That's gonna
See,
be-
that's what I'm saying. That's too much
Yeah,
for
They
me.
eat the fish eyes.
That's a definite no.
I don't know if they eat the fish eyes. I think they leave that head there.
Ooh.
Just like the crawfish, you supposed to like rip their heads off and then they suck
And
the
they still-
ins-
don't
the, suck their
that's like a
Who want to
stretchy-
do that?
So
Like
is
a-
seafood bad for you? Because I know people that become pescatarians, and then I
It's
hear
not
people
bad,
that
but
say,
it's high in mercury. A lot of it high in mercury.
Right, depending on like what water flow they living in, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of mercury is a little bit higher somewhere else than it would be like right here in the city area, somewhere farther out.
So cutting meat from your diet and just eating seafood, that's no better.
I think it's probably helpful. I think any kind of seafood is better
Healthier
than
than
probably
meat.
beef
Than
and
beef. Yeah.
You know, because you gotta
Pork.
think about a beef, any dark meat that sits on your body and in your stomach longer than, you know, like the lean meat, like the chicken. You know,
far as
it
it
stays in your
digesting.
body. Yeah,
yeah, they say it stay in your body some days.
the red meat stays in your body longer
You be
than like
blocked
chicken
up,
and
yeah.
turkey and
Right.
fish. Easier to digest.
So another thing I forgot to touch on was a friend of mine that I went to school with. Her little brother died from kidney failure because he was drinking lean.
Ooh.
Wow, and, and how long ago was
And
that?
it had to be a couple of years ago. He was only like 24 or something, and
wow.
yeah,
And
just
some
flat
people
out.
probably not up on
Those
that.
But
drugs,
see,
you know?
you got to think about it. She just said something about they got to keep their immune system low, and lean is like cough syrup and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
the
building,
Robitussin.
it's raising, it, supposed to be protecting.
No, she said you're supposed to keep your immune system low when you had a transplant. He was healthy and
Oh,
was
he
just
was-
drinking lean and caused him to have kidney
Oh.
failure.
Just over-
Yeah,
So
just
whatever was in
so
it,
it
just
ain't
over
about
a
your,
period.
yeah, it ain't had nothing to do with his immune system. It was just too
overdoing
much
it.
overdosing. Your
Yeah, so he
kidneys
just
can't
tore his
process
kidney up.
all
Yeah.
of them chemicals and all of that medicine, basically.
Yeah, he tore his kidney up. That's what
Yep,
that was.
and that's
that
happening
boy.
to a lot of people. That's what's happening
And
to
I
a
got
lot of the
a lot
young
of sugar
people.
in it,
That's
too.
Yep.
and drug that's into drugs. Those
And I don't
drugs
think people
that can tear your
actually
kidneys
think
up,
that
too.
has anything to do with your health, you know. But it's like, okay, you got to think about it. Whether you know the side effects or not, okay, it's for a cough, you know what I'm saying? Temporarily, a cough, headache, whatever. And then
you
you
just-
just sitting there drinking it.
You know what? I'm gonna drink me some lean. Like,
Yeah.
And this is what the new thing is with these young boys. They be loving that stuff. And it's like,
They mix it with
what
the
are
pop.
you
They
doing?
mix
Why?
it with the pop.
And it's giving you the ultimate buzz.
And then you're gonna be
Ain't
know.
no ultimate buzz.
you gonna be
Then you're gonna be
knocked
leaning,
out. Right.
leaning.
they
leaning
make you
on the
sleepy,
lean.
don't they?
Yes.
Don't
It's so
cough
expensive.
syrup, right? And then I'll be like, who want to be sleepy as
I'm
hell?
gonna be sleepy all day.
It's that high that they get.
I was gonna order a Dr. Sebi book though because I wanted to see they so expensive.
Yeah, you gotta be careful because some of these books they say Dr. Sebi and it ain't got nothing to do with
Oh,
that.
they be scamming.
You gotta make sure
See,
you
a lot
try to
of-
get an authentic one.
Yeah. And see, a lot of them was going back and forth to court because when he originally started doing his herb, when he was on his journey and he was doing it, him and his wife started the business. And then they branched off. He remarried. and she kind of took over. So the second wife kind of took over. So this is where it caused a lot of controversy as far as who had the original recipes. So it was a big problem with the original family. His first wife, she was like the scientist that knew how to break it down. And then when the second wife came along, they was basically going back and forth. By that time, all of a sudden, now he done got sick. So
Right.
you don't know. And they was on the news. I don't know what TV show it was, but the oldest son was kind of like representing the family as far as the original herbs.
Okay.
And that's how a lot of that controversy got started about who had the real recipes.
So he actually have a retreat. They still have it somewhere
In Honduras. That's who was helping
They
left
said it's
eye.
beautiful.
She reached out to him back then when she was going on her
Yep, she
journey.
died on that retreat.
You know what I'm saying? Because she was, doing a lot of alcohol. She was doing a lot of drinking, and she went out there to cleanse herself. So once she went out there, that's how she got put on. And then all of a sudden,
She died.
She
out
had an
there
accident.
In an accident, but everybody else survived the accident. That was kind of
right? I think it
Weird.
was a couple people that was in the car.
Her
then.
dancers.
So this was in Honduras when she had the accident at.
yeah. So I looked up the retreat. Actually, it's thousands of dollars.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful though.
I've seen like videos and pictures of it. It look beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Oh
They
my
got a whole
goodness.
bunch of trees and it's just I just feel
Would you
like
go?
nature. Heck yeah, I go.
I want to go so bad
Where?
to Dr. Sebi retreat. Like you can go. I don't know if it's his hometown.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
where
really
he's from
sure.
originally, Honduras.
But you go there
Honduras.
and they cleanse you and basically give you all these herbs and stuff. It's like a week cleansing or something. It's a spiritual and physical cleanse. So I was looking it up, but it's too expensive for me. Honey. Maybe when I get rich.
Right, when?
Right.
Right,
When I get
exactly.
rich, it's gonna happen.
That's when it got.
Yeah, that's where you start finding out about all that sea moss and all that different stuff that's from the earth.
Yeah, Auntie Didi said sea moss gel.
Here it is. I think
Where,
that's what
where
that's
can we
what
get some
helps,
sea moss gel? You think
yeah.
GMC got it?
Auntie Didi,
Probably have
would
to go to a
you
health
know
food
where we
store.
can get
My
that?
mama said. My mama said love to go there, but I'm not hiking.
No hiking, nope.
We took my mom hiking in Hawaii. Oh my goodness. Ooh, you would thought we was on Survivor.
Yeah. But she a rider. We rode it out. We rode it out.
She did good. She did good.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, on health and wellness, we just talking about taking care of yourself. We got Shani and Nina Ross the boss and Kyra in the house. And Kyra, she was just talking to us about her transplant, and we were just running it down how important it is to take care of yourself and go to the doctor, get checkups, blood work,
Men.
all of the above. And guys, we gotta really, put your pride to the side and go to the doctor. Get checked out. It's a lot of friends, and close people I know we just lost just quickly, because of things that could have been prevented. If they just would have just went and got checked out.
Right. Yeah.
So
Got the help that they needed and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta just a lot of things. People always worry about the worst, but if it's found at an early stage,
We got to learn to be proactive
Yeah,
as opposed to
yeah.
reactive.
Yes.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
you
waiting
worried
for
about
this
the
shit.
wrong
Now we
stuff.
on the defensive off the rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
All the
That's
time.
the thing about it. I mean, on
They
all
like-
sense of the word. On
They like,
every,
what if they find something? That's what people
Yeah,
always
That's
say.
what you want to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they do find something, then okay, you found something. Now we
Now we
should
gonna
be
try
able
to
to fight
treat
it.
it.
You gonna give up when they find something?
Yeah.
Right, you've been living this long all this time. You got to stay positive and keep it moving. Like
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
now, my uncle, he gone now, but my uncle, he was diagnosed. The doctors had told him like, you gonna have to come in here for dialysis because they done ran a test and his kidneys had started to shut down. He's still hanging. You can't tell him nothing. So finally, 2014, that's when we lost him. We didn't even know that he was in a nursing home. So I guess when he finally had to go in to sit down, they started doing the dialysis, and it was just really too late. So one of our neighbors that stayed next door, he found out that he was over there. So that's how we found out that he was gone. And that's, I'm looking like, wow, he died alone,
Oh man.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you start talking about all this stuff about the dialysis, the transplant, it's just heartbreaking. It just really is, because you're looking like, wow, you know what I'm saying? My uncle, that was my mom's brother, and we was all so close. He was a part of our life, you know what I'm saying? Every day, like we saw him all the time. He always lived with my mom. Then, he'll move out, get his own house, and then we'll lose contact with him, But it was just like them kidneys was slowly going down. They was telling him probably like 4 or 5 years back.
Was there anything that he was doing for them to go down?
Oh yes.
What was he doing?
Partying.
Oh, okay.
Partying. So you already know after you start.
that's that
you can-
part right there.
Yeah.
And alcohol would dry you out.
Everything that ain't good for you, it really ain't good for you.
Right.
And it's like when you obsessive with it, you be trying to tell people like, come on, just sit down, just chill, let's do. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we first found out about it.
Right.
But he didn't want to, I guess, acknowledge that the kidneys was going down.
Right.
Because they basically told him like, you're gonna have to go on dialysis now. And he ain't want to do it.
So what's next for you, Kyra? What are you trying to do?
I got a few things coming up. I am in the process of putting the book out.
Okay.
It's about, having that encouragement, getting that support, and how did I got through having CKD, not once but twice.
Wait, you didn't tell us what happened about how did your donor come about? Like how she found you.
So,
Right, because you said the first one was the man. He gave you the pancreas.
the kidney and the pancreas.
Okay, so that was the first transplant.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one was, I found out I was working for the hospital and I caught COVID, got sick, was out for 10 days. Everything was, after I caught it, after I was recovered, I figured everything was okay. My levels was going back normal. And then I went to get a checkup and they say, hey, your creatinine, that's when the levels that they check for your kidneys, it's slowly creeping up. That at this time it was like maybe a 3.1.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
okay.
it slowed. I started drinking water. And when I tell you I was drinking like gallons a day, I say probably 2 to 3 gallons a day just to get it down, and it still would not budge to go down.
Okay.
So it finally got up to 6. Once it get over 6, they was like, you got to either take your pancreas or your kidney.
Okay.
So I lost my kidney around May of 2020, I think.
Yeah, it was 2020.
And then I spoke with a friend of mine,
Okay.
and we came up with a plan. I put a post on Facebook back in May, and it ended up spreading worldwide. Like I was getting phone calls from people all over the place. Like I'm talking about, I was even getting people stopping me in traffic. Like, you girl need to kidney.
I remember that post. I shared it.
Posted. Somebody stopped me because I had it written on the back of my car, and one
Like
girl,
Kyra needs a kidney.
she stopped me and she gave me a free sticker to put on the back of my car. She said, that's gonna wash away. I'm gonna give you a free sticker. And she gave me a free sticker. Then I had another friend. She made me some T-shirts. Like, the support was real. And on this,
we was gonna get her that kidney.
yeah,
That's really
and
creative.
I
And
got
what
it
happened?
too.
So what
So
happened?
I made the post. I put the post up on Facebook. I said, I felt, because I'm very prideful, and I'm trying to get rid of that pride. So I put my pride to the side, and I posted on Facebook, and I said to myself, I said, within a month, I'm gonna have somebody contact me. Like, I put my word on that. I prayed on it, and I said somebody gonna contact me within a month so I can get tested. But I didn't know it was gonna be more than one person that was gonna be contacting me.
Wow.
It was an abundant, like my cup running over.
Right.
So, I had one girl, she contacted me. Her name was Alex. She stays in Tennessee. And she said, hey, I think I'm a match. Do you mind if I, because I'm so used to telling people what to do. I just typed like, yeah. She's like, you mind if I, test and see if I can, match you? I'm like, sure. Send her the information. She actually spoke to my transplant nurse, my team, and they told her to go get her blood drawn. So she's like, well, I just spoke to your team. She told me who she spoke with. She said, I'm going to go get my blood drew tomorrow because I don't know my blood type. And I'm like, okay, sure. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think she was going to do it.
Right.
She wrote me the next day, like, my blood type is B positive. And I'm like, you actually went and did it? She's
Right.
like, yeah, I want to help you out.
Uh-huh.
It's been placed on my heart to help you. So I'm like, okay. So, I still didn't believe it. And then that's when all the testing started. And then it just went on from there. She went through the testing. She caught COVID.
Wow.
And she still continued to do it.
Right.
She came here 3 times from Tennessee. That was like an 8 to 10 hour drive.
Wow.
One time was in a snowstorm. She was determined to save my life, and I love her for life,
Oh my
like
God.
beyond like
That is so
this.
dope.
Like
How old is she?
she is 27.
And she's so young.
Yeah,
and it
and
was
she
just
young.
really on her heart to
On
give
her heart,
you.
yeah.
She
A
did. She
kidney.
said she woke up in the morning and she said it was just placed on her heart.
And she had seen your story.
And she said my post was the first post she saw. Because I
Wow.
shared it on my page and I put it public, but I didn't know it was going to spread all around the world.
Yeah.
You got a lot of shares.
She just so happened to put it go on Facebook, and my post was the first one she saw. She like, okay, if this is what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And she went on ahead and did it. When she got her last test, the transplant nurse on her side called me and was like, hey, Kyra, I just want to let you know, whoever this girl that's giving you is this kidney, this is the most healthiest kidney I have ever seen in any transplant.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Goodness.
you have a gift that you about to get. And when you get this, please take care of it. Because this
Right.
girl has nothing, there's nothing wrong with this girl.
That's
So I was
good.
like,
that's a blessing.
That is so
that's
good.
my promise.
And that's so wonderful that we
That is.
even though the social media can go left or right, it's a gift and a curse. That is so wonderful that somebody reached out to you, and then you reached out to the world and say, you know what, I'm bad off right now. I need y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you go back 30 years, Facebook was not out here. Instagram was not out here.
Yeah.
So to reach these type of people all around the world, you going 50 states wide with these posts.
Yeah.
Who would have knew that this would be the type of technology
That it
that I
would
brought
reach
you a
her.
kidney?
And humanity came
You see what I'm
through.
saying?
'Cause somebody who
And giving
really-
somebody an organ is big.
that's what I'm saying. Really,
Mm,
somebody
definitely.
who really
That's huge.
Yeah.
a real person who was like, I just want to genuinely help a person. It wasn't nothing about I'm getting something
Receiving
out of
no
it.
money, no nothing,
Yeah.
you know?
She ain't
needs
getting
help.
no money, no
We
gifts. She
both
gave me
here.
a whole
I'm
organ
gonna
like
help her.
here.
I'm gonna
You
do
know what I'm
this.
saying?
That
And
is
that's
a
really that's
blessing.
the biggest gesture of humanity that you can possibly see right
I
there.
seen a story like that on I think E Entertainment. The guy, it was the lady husband, and they had been married like 20 some years, and the guy was about to die, but he ended up donating. He signed up to give away his heart, and the woman was just so overjoyed, like, oh my God, I thought I was gonna lose my husband. And it's like,
That
when
is-
you just see it, you just like, she was so she was like, I just don't know what to do, you know. And these people reached out to her, and I think it was the other wife, and she was like, you know, my husband had I think it was chronic congestive heart failure, and they agreed to go ahead and donate his heart.
Oh, okay.
And I'm
Anybody
like,
who
oh
give
my
an
God.
organ, I feel like they are
Wait,
angels.
he died from congestive heart failure and they donated his heart?
The guy
The
that
guy, somebody else gave the
he
guy who
had
had congestive heart.
congestive
Oh,
Yeah,
heart
he didn't want the raggedy heart.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought they donated the raggedy heart. I'm about to say,
No, he not
Like, he gave me a
he
heart
He
hoopty.
died from
Yeah, he gave me a heart
Some
hoopty.
heart hoopty.
a hoopty heart. Yeah.
Yeah,
You like,
All right.
I'm worse.
He's
I'm
like
worse
all
than when
day.
I started.
that's all we do. All right, y'all.
A lemon.
All right, yeah. We hope this week's show has been on health and wellness and taking care of yourself, and we about to get out of here, but we hope y'all got some information that can help you out, and see this, understand the blessing that Kyra has received with
Yes.
these, and just her story
Thank
just
you.
So
touched
happy
me
she
right
came
here.
today.
Oh, man.
The story
like,
she just
yeah.
told me with the girl who just touched me right there. 'Cause like I said, that's the biggest gesture of humanity. That's just a great example right there.
My auntie did it too.
Yep,
you
Auntie
an
Didi,
angel
she
too.
gave
yes.
Mama
She gave
Tony.
my mom a
Mama
kidney.
Tony. Yeah.
Look,
And
that's that sisterhood.
yeah,
Like,
Uh-huh.
true sister.
She gave her
true
sister a
true
kidney.
sister for real.
Okay.
So yeah. So y'all, we hope y'all enjoyed the show and y'all take care of yourself. Watch what you're eating. So it's a good night from Shani.
See you guys. Thank you.
And we got Nina Ross saying sign out.
We'll be back next week.
And Kyra, you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody.
All right,
Look on the
y'all.
lookout for Kyra, y'all.
Yeah,
Look
y'all
out for
be
my
on the
book.
lookout. She got a book coming out, all kind of stuff. So you see y'all next week, and I'm Ray the Realist. We out.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.